Hi there, my name is Eddie and I am a PACT adopter, and I now also double up as a panel member for PACT. And my journey with PACT started about 6 years ago, so I'm here to share my story and share my insight on life as a panel member. So for us, panel, we were met at the PACT offices in Reading, and we were met by our social worker at the time, and just to ground ourselves and talk us through what to expect. And then we went into a room. I remember it being kind of a horseshoe shape, so there were members of the panel on three sides, and we were sat at the very end with our social worker to the right of us. And I guess there might have been 10 people, but on the day it feels like you're being watched by a stadium full of people. And you sit down, and each panel member introduces themselves and will tell you what their background is, whether they are a social worker, whether they have a personal connection to adoption in terms of maybe their own family makeup. It was all very relaxed. I remember there's water on the table. Everyone was very smiley. Everyone was very warm and very welcoming. And for us, that was already one of the hurdles jumped over, because we're quite personable people and we love interacting and seeing people face to face. So for us to be able to present ourselves as individuals, as opposed to them reading a document on us in black and white, we were actually really up for the experience. So we were keen to have our say, I think, and luckily they were very receptive to what we had to say. Right, so my main thing is that I have been a massive champion of PACT ever since I became involved with them. The staff, the work that they do is just incredible work, and I've always been a keen supporter of PACT, and that in the past has taken place in the form of going to open evenings, event evenings, and talking about my experience as an adopter, almost trying to recruit new people to the fold, because I'm passionate about adoption. And panel, or becoming a panel member, seemed to be an extension of that. And actually I thought, as a black gay male who has been approved by this particular panel, I have a unique insight. In fact, I'd been a panel member on a different panel maybe a few months prior to joining PACT as a panel member, so I already felt like I knew what I was doing, and actually I really enjoyed the work and thought, right, I definitely want to be part of PACT's panel as well. So that's how it happened, that's how it started. What really strikes me about being panel is that we obviously read a lot of different people's life stories and paperworks, and actually I'm really struck by the resilience and the perseverance that human beings and people that come to adoption via many different routes, whether it might be through IVF struggles, whatever the journey may be. I'm always struck by, there's just very, very seldom do you meet people whose lives are linear, A to B, and without problem. So actually, it's very encouraging to know that actually, no matter what murky past you might have, what other challenges you might have faced, you're human, and we expect that and accept that. And actually, I just think it's important for people to know that nothing about you will shock us at panel, and that actually we, as I say, reiterating, we're always on your side. And it's just a privilege to really get to read about these people, and I think it's a real privilege to be part of their journey and their steps to becoming a parent. It feels like a real honor and a real kind of job that we take, very, very, very seriously. I would say at the forefront of my mind, everybody wants you to succeed. Everybody's come together and is on your side. However, we have to remain child focused. So we're not looking for children for adopters. We're looking for adopters for children. But that being said, I want to reiterate that a whole host of professionals, by the time you've come to panel, are on your side and are really championing you. And the best thing you can do at panel is just to be yourself. answer as openly and as honestly and as warmly as you can, because we want to see personality. We want to see what kind of parent you might be. And that doesn't mean everyone's got to be a CBBC presenter, has to be a clown, has to be the most extrovert person, because there are so many different kinds of kids for so many different kinds of adopters. But we just want to get a real flavour and a real sense of who you are. So I would say, just believe in yourself and trust that everyone's on your side, and just try and breathe beforehand, breathe during, and then breathe afterwards.